The buttons are sad.
Yep, they're always sad.
You know, you probably didn't. That during this, I think it was during the Civil War, they had a gun called the coffee mill gun. Apparently, it grounds powder
All
for
right.
bullets.
Quiet on the set.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Coming to you live from Deltona, Florida. Celebrating over 10 years plus. And still running. Who would have ever thought they would last this long? Lunch with no other than the dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
Cut off early. Hello there, Laz. The intro ended.
Listen to the sound of silence.
Silence. Yes.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz. And no, it didn't end. You guys just didn't hear it.
It wasn't playing in Discord.
I know
And
that.
this is
we had
Jack.
problems.
Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz, Technical Difficulties Long, and Jack, Cynicist, where we interpret the Shroud of the Avatar news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices and ours, because they deserve to be questioned. Giveaways are open.
Let's see if this works.
You're playing the intro
Quiet
again?
on the set.
Did you hear that?
Yes, you got to repeat all you said later.
Yeah. We have to redo the entire intro for Laz.
No, it was, yeah, go ahead. I'll tell you all about it in a minute.
Okay. Giveaways are open on both streams. If you want to get in on the streamer bundle, you need to bang bundle me on twitch.tv/NBNN News and twitch.tv/Cynicist. If you want to get in on the Steam key giveaway on Laz's side, it is bang. I love free shit. If you want to get in on my side, it is going to be bang the booty. Yes. Hi there, Lizzie.
And if you can't hear the intro, is it really playing?
No, it's not.
All you
I
guys got
can't
to
hear
do
the
is
intro.
all
Is
you
it?
guys got to do is wait for the cues. Whether you hear it or not, just wait for the cues.
Laz, you do
I'll wait for
realize that the number of times that where you've muted yourself on stream as well.
Well, if you see me doing this, saluting everybody and talking, and you don't hear anything is one thing. If you don't see that, I haven't gotten to the cue yet. Come on now. But of course, there was a Windows update that I ran yesterday, and you know it happens every time we run a Windows
Oh
update
yeah,
around here. Is
things get fucked up.
things
yes,
get fucked up. Yes.
things get screwed royally, and that was one of them. What was happening was the audio was coming through two different points at the through Streamlabs. So I was trying to turn one of them off, and unfortunately, the one I turned off was the one that was playing the intro in
Mm,
Discord, which
yeah.
plays it on the
Uh-huh.
radio, which of course screws up the intro altogether for the radio show afterwards. But hey. Last technical difficulties long, but it is what it is. So, welcome to today's show, boys and girls. It is Monday, April 14th, 2025, here inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And if you haven't done it yet, tax day is tomorrow. So, here's your reminder to get off your butts. Yeah, Jack's like, oh man,
Yeah.
taxes.
Get
I,
it
I had
done.
I had to write another check to the government because taking out 0% what isn't enough.
Man,
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta like that shit, right?
you make too much.
It's something, man.
Problem, first world problems, I'll tell you.
Something.
It is. But we've
Yeah.
got
Welcome.
some good stuff to talk about today, I think. I was out. I was here testing, and of course, the one thing I didn't double check was that double audio thing that was going on. And while I was doing that last night, old time friend of the show, Donnie Brascow, popped into Discord to chat for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Caught me at just the right time that I'd come in to check audio and all that stuff, and we had a little chat, and he was talking about a post he made. So I went looking for said post, but apparently his post was, I guess, removed from the chat on the Shroud of the Avatar official chat on Facebook. But of course, then I started reading what other people had to say, and of course, there is this big thread here that we need to cover because there's some
Misinformation?
interesting comments and information being released by the official Shroud of the Avatar platform.
Now,
And
Donnie Brasco, he's the guy that has the imaginary rabbit?
no,
In the military or was in the military and does all kinds
No.
of stuff.
he's thinking of the guy from Jessica Rabbit.
No, the guy who had,
not that. It's Donnie Brasco's from. Just don't tell me the movie is actually Donnie Brasco, but yeah,
I think it is.
yeah. Greetings, Paladin Michael, or Michel Berge. So, do we want to? Did you have fun this weekend, Lass?
Oh, loads.
Yeah, I had a very entertaining weekend. Let's put it that way.
So let's talk real quick about this party that somebody planned at your house that was supposed to happen.
Oh, that didn't happen
weekend.
that's on Friday.
Oh, that didn't happen this weekend? I thought it was this weekend.
Yeah, no. This weekend, so I left the house around like Friday night around like 7 p.m.
Left?
Went out.
I'm shocked.
Yes. It went out to Sherwood, was there, woke up probably about 6:00 in the morning. A meth head was camping next to me, along with his sister, who we'll refer to as Dreads, her sister, and then so two siblings, and then also their best friend.
His sister and her sister. Did she have a different sister than him?
Three sisters.
Hi, I'm Daryl. This is my brother Larry. My other brother Larry.
Let's just say it. Dreads didn't show up until like 2:00 in the morning. Yeah, don't do meth. Then like, so one of the big rules at Sherwood is no in-ground fire pits. Okay. Because that's an easy way to actually catch the entire forest on fire due to the way that the roots and the trees out there the embers will actually travel through the root systems.
Okay.
Quickly. So Saturday morning, Saturday morning, I got a text at 7:30. I was already up, but that Izzy's owner wants to do a checkup on Izzy. Proof of life kind of thing. Like,
here's a picture.
Whatever. Yeah. Pick up your fucking cat. It was supposed to be gone back in November of last year. But so I had to leave fair around like 4:30 in the afternoon. Did the proof of life stuff, didn't clean my house, didn't put any of the fun things away.
Any of the toys away.
Yeah, none of them. Came back to fair because I figured it was going to be an interesting night. And it's like, I'm really there for the people watching experience. The husband of Dreads came out. A lot of alcohol was imbibed by their party. They didn't go to sleep until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. When I woke up in the morning, Mr. Meth was sleeping in the dirt.
Sounds about
par for the course. Yeah. But like, Sherwood had over 6,000 people more on Saturday than their best day. Nice. So it was extremely busy at Sherwood. Which also means that all of camping was completely filled. And so they kept on trying to find people and drop random people into our camp for overflow. Ended up with 15 different groups. And I was like giving them instructions of, hey, put a pin on your map where you're at, download the map. Remember, you're in camping area 24. Going through that, and it's like, then one of the guys in my campground was doing a hookah. And so I went over there and talked to him about
what?
Yeah, a hookah. The water pipe with a little tobacco with other
hookah.
And
sounds like you were talking about the kind of girl who charges for her services.
Not hookers. Not hookers. Hookah. But yeah.
Yeah, well, if you're from where I'm from,
what
you just
said. You're looking for the hookahs. One of the kids that showed up at the hookah smoking dropped acid at 11 p.m.
Oh, he was in for quite the rest
immediately. Like, so this is around midnight. Goes into bad trip mode. I'm really anxious. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, found these sober people. It's like, okay, This person is now a 5-year-old. They have no idea what's doing. Only say positive things. You do not want them to go into a negative headspace.
Oh no! You start telling them about the purple polka dotted dragons, man. That's what you do.
Fuck with them. Yes, fuck with them relentlessly until they do all kinds of shit. And then it's like ended up spewing all over that guy's carpet. They ended up breaking. I loaned them one of my camping chairs. They ended up breaking that. I found that out on Sunday morning. But it's like telling these sober people, okay, this is what you're going to have to do. And there are only 2 of them. It was entertaining, let's just say, because I really got to say at the end of it, not my problem.
Yeah, not my problem. And Rustic, I don't know. It just depends on what you're actually planning on doing. If your plans are to stay up all night and do what we would call back in the day called breaking night, which was stay up and watch the sunrise, well, that was a perfectly appropriate time to start, because then you'd break sunrise and then you'd maybe go to the beach. To catch the sunrise and then spend the day at the beach, and you still be having a nice trip while you're down there. But rule of thumb is, if you were going to do something like that, you needed lots of beer and lots of other pharmaceuticals to help keep you level, and not just
I told him only give the kid water and provide him with a fuzzy blanket or something like that, because it's like
lots of beer
in the 60s.
Lots of beer.
No.
I'm trying beer brings it down. Beer brings it down. I'm telling you. Hey, take it from somebody with experience.
Bring out the benzos.
Somebody with experience.
I don't even know what a benzo is, but bring them out.
Beans.
Yeah. But yeah, it was. So I didn't really get to sleep until like 2 something, whereas normally I'm out at like midnight.
Yeah, well, anytime you're out camping with other people, you just never know if you're ever going to get a good night's sleep or not, unless you imbibe enough to just pass out and not be conscious of it all. But anyway.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, there was a group of like 4 kids that were extremely respectable. They went out to the parties and were back at like 12:30 sober, which was strange, although they were smoking some pot. But yeah, I mean, that's all good. But yeah,
that's
entertaining.
All good. All right.
Entertaining.
Let's get our audience entertained after regaling them with stories of your weekend, with some stories from Shroud of the Avatar. Now, if you haven't already queued this up, you need to queue this up. You need to sort by all comments and then expand all comments, because there's a lot of comments to expand on this topic. Oh, shit, and I just blew it.
So on the Shroud of the Avatar webpage, they did post like 2 weeks ago.
I just closed them all, unfortunately.
April 3rd.
Okay. All right, we can get to that now.
Okay. Shroud of the Avatar posted. Time is running out to get your ultra rare Chaos Sword and Shield. Offer ends April 6th. Featuring a mesmerizing rotating chaos symbol when equipped, the Chaos Shield is a true spectacle to behold. With intimidating visual effects when equipped. Yeah. The spinning chaos symbol is intimidating. The Chaos Sword will strike fear into the hearts of your foes.
Seizure inducing, but that's just my
both posts when innocuously placed as deco. Why the adjective innocuously? or adverb. Why the adverb innocuously there? Then these items are part of our ultra rare series. Once this promotion ends, they will never be available again. How to claim your Chaos rewards from March 27th through April 6th. You can obtain these exclusive items as bonus rewards. Not immediately, because they have to be mailed out at some point in the future. But you would have had to have purchased one 10K Kodo pack for the sword, and then one Chaos Shield for every 6K Kodo pack purchased and claimed in game. There's no limit to how many you can earn. Each eligible Kodo pack grants you another Chaos infused reward. Note, to qualify, the Kodos must be claimed by logging into the game while the special offer is placed. Why isn't just the purchase good enough?
You know, I mean, this is something that's annoyed me for the longest time. You make the purchase, it goes into your rewards area, and if you don't log in and actually claim it, you forfeit your shit. That makes absolutely no fucking sense whatsoever.
No, that's a silly policy.
And that's the same thing with login rewards and subscription rewards.
It's not tied to the actual login. So it's not delivered as soon as you make that purchase. You have to wait for them to mail it out because they didn't hook up that portion of the text.
You have to be logged in and make the purchase in the game. So I don't understand where this comes in. You make the purchase in the game, it gets delivered to yours, and it gets logged. What the fuck is the problem? I don't get it.
Shroud logic.
Yeah, Shroud logic is right. Absolutely.
And there are several comments, starting off with Benjamin. In 2018 Eurogamer interview, amid concerns about the game's low Steam player numbers and layoffs at Portalarium, Richard Garriott rejected the idea that Shroud of the Avatar was a flop, insisting that it would run forever and that he had total confidence in completing all 5 planned episodes, come hell or high water.
Hell or high water.
I think the high water came because we still haven't received episode 2.
Oh, wait till we get to it.
I know. I know what you're going to go with. Ravlox's response.
Oh, you have no clue. You have no clue. You are gonna be face palming and what the fucking.
Oh, all I have to say is 97%, man. I mean that's that bullshit. Is Garriott helping build, or does he have more important things to do? He can't be both a successful millionaire with time for commitments and put enough into the project already and off doing other things. Which is it? Ravlox with the response. Richard is not involved in day-to-day development at this point. He is still involved and consulted on lore continuity and storyline regularly. In fact,
hold on, stop there.
Ravlox.
Stop there.
Oh, okay.
Can we jump to the storyline portion of the forums, please?
Oh, wait, hold on. I gotta get rid of this cat. Oh man. shroudoftheavatar.com/forum. Game lore and fiction website forum with the 0 posts.
0 posts. 0 posts, but he's there. Yeah. Had to jump there.
Yeah. I mean this forum was only created
and consulted on lore, continuity, and storyline regularly. Okay, you can pick up. In fact.
Yeah. In fact, Ravlox, referring to himself in the 7th person, and Richard are currently working on the 3rd book in the Shroud of the Avatar book series. that will be directly into that will tie directly into the second game episode and lay the foundations for the remaining 3 episodes.
What is that you say? The third book is going to lay the foundation for episode 2? Wasn't book number 2 supposed to lay the foundation for episode 2? Out of a 3-book series? Remember, a 3-book series.
3-book series that Tracy Hickman signed a contract for.
Right. So why is Ravlox and Richard working on a book and not Richard and Tracy working on a book? Second question. Rustic says Richard also said that if he had the opportunity to be the first to colonize Mars, he'd do it in a heartbeat. So come hell or high water, but not Mars. Well, we all know that's going to be Elon, not Richard.
Yeah, well, hopefully Elon gets on the first ship that blows up on the launch pad. But the second book was supposed to be for the second chapter,
which has finally been released
for episode 2 hasn't been released.
No, the book.
The second book was released.
That's what I'm
years
saying.
ago.
The book was released. Yes.
Yeah, the second book was released.
We should be technically on episode 11 by now. Remember that.
Yes, correct. We no. Well, 12 to 18 months for the release cycle. Remember, we went live in 2018, so we should be on episode 6 or 7 right now.
Well, if you remember
5, if you're really generous.
If you remember the comments we read the other day last week, where
yes,
they expected it to be in 14, and once a year would be a release. Based on that, we should be on episode 11.
Yeah, correct. That would be correct.
Oh, interesting. You didn't know that? That book came out like 2 years ago now, Rustic.
Yes. Well, and I mean, part of that is they did such a fine job of promoting said book that no one knows about it. It's the same way they've done such a fine job of promoting Shroud of the Avatar as well. This entire next paragraph, the head is going to be firmly entrenched in a very solid object and repeatedly bashing itself because, according to Ravlox, Steam numbers have never really been a factor for the game since the game client can be directly downloaded from the shroudoftheavatar.com website. 97% or more of the players do not use Steam to play.
So, who do we believe?
Now, my game is launched through Steam, but I don't log into Steam because my account is not tied to Steam for the Cinesist account. My Steam account is actually tied to Jack Frost. And other people are Dwip is saying that is a massive lie. Because remember previously we've gone with 30 to 40% according to Chris, who launched the game through Steam. So
I can.
You can what there, Lomir?
I can launch the game either through Steam or I could do it through the game icon that I have on my taskbar. You know, because I leave that pinned to my taskbar.
Yes.
So I don't have necessarily.
But
yeah, but what we're calling out here is the fact that for years we've been told that only
30%
30% of people. Yeah, whereas Ravlox is now stating that 97% log in through the regular client, and only 3%. Where
Okay,
that's
so far we've got myself, you, Lomir. Raise your hands if you use the Steam client to launch the game. And you will find out that a lot of people use the Steam client for
Twip
that.
says, I have clips. I bet you do.
Yes.
Knight Rider
Yes.
says, Steam for him. Yeah.
And Dwip is saying that Chris looked up the numbers live a couple of times, and Steam was 30% of the players.
Yeah. And he's got the clips to prove it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now again, that was when Chris was active. I mean, maybe the numbers have shifted. I don't know. Maybe people don't realize that, you can still get it through Steam. I know
well,
you
it's
got
on
to
the free to play age. Free to play.
Well, I understand that, but you got to remember that a lot of people got ticked off when they actually hooked up their accounts through Steam and then found out that they couldn't do anything because once they were hooked up through Steam, they had to keep them that way, and then they were screwed and they had to keep,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
If you go to Steam and you do a search for Shroud of the Avatar, it's still there.
Those massive non-Steam sales. That's right.
For a free-to-play game. I mean,
Yes, Shroud has that thing on their website where they could download the game, and I'm assuming that downloadable game isn't it to be played on through Steam.
No, when you click on download the game, it's through the regular client.
Right.
Well, let's go with more fun things.
The game.
The game is still available and updated on Steam every month, and players can still link their website login to Steam account if they desire. And yes.
Get ready for it. Get ready for it.
We have a structure for the 5 episodes and are working on towards completing episode 2. And we'll begin development of episode 3 as 2 is wrapped up. The team is smaller, but dedicated. We will continue to work on content with the aim to complete the 5 episode arc, as well as add new features and mechanics.
I doubt that. Let's pause right there for a minute because it is time for us to pull a giveaway.
Yeah, I had 4 people in on mine, but Lomir, come open up a trade window.
Morgan, you are going to get yourself a streamer bundle from me.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, remember that 97% of and Steam charts is currently displaying 13 people online, yet somehow I only have 27 friends online.
I've got 36 currently. It's been actually hovering around the 40s, which has been surprising for weekdays.
Well, this is easy information to go look up. Actually, it's 18 right now. So my friends list is approximately half have logged into Steam for the Shroud of the Avatar. Yeah. So Shroud math. Let's go Ravalox.
Yeah, so what are the chances that you think that we're going to actually see new features and mechanics with all this stuff? Yeah, I
will reference the sneak scene.
I'd say 5 to 10%.
The sneak scene is an awesome addition to the game.
Not.
I was being generous.
It uses. If you're going to name a scene sneak, isn't it tied directly to that in-game skill under the subterfuge tree, where like you're doing silent movement and camouflage, and you're like running around hidden? I mean, isn't that how these things work?
You would think.
I mean, so that way I am invisible and I'm sneaking around. Like, Laz, where am I on your screen?
Oh,
You
I
share
don't
the
know.
game window.
You're to the right.
Oh man, no, I'm actually on top of him. I'm in the chair.
I'm to my right.
Yeah. You like where I'm at?
You get
And I had to guess where I was because you're invisible even to yourself. You
Yeah,
have
but
no
see,
clue where you are other than the middle of the screen.
when you move back and forth, like in front of me there, I can actually see you like right in front of me now because your shadow. You just move a little. Stop
Oh,
right where you are. Stop right where you are. Let me screenshot this. Okay.
let me turn on shadows.
No. You'll understand in a second here.
Yeah.
Look at my name.
Oh,
Notice something about my name. That's your head.
Yeah. Shroud logic, man.
Yeah,
Shroud logic.
your head comes into the way, and I can tell that you're right there because you're blocking out.
Yes.
You're blocking out the text in my name. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm actually like in the middle of the inn or something like that.
Yeah. Well, I can see
But
you're bobbing back and forth
yeah.
right now. Yeah.
Okay. So can you see where I'm at right now?
Yeah. Now you're
Oh,
over by the L. Yeah.
The funny part is now that I know that, I panned my camera down, and so that way you see where I'm at, and that's where I was standing for that.
Yeah.
But you remember when it's like you used to have the invisible outline to where you could actually see where you were whenever you were sneaking?
I remember when you could actually see the invisible. It was like Predator.
Yes.
You could actually see the
Yes.
person's. Yeah.
Yes. But
Their aura.
the in-game sneak scene does not use that skill to sneak past.
Doesn't use any skill.
It doesn't use any skill. It's the entire thing is based off of the conversation awareness, and you have to avoid the circle around the NPC to where you would be automatically pulled into a conversation. And doesn't even, but they refer to it as the sneak scene. It is the introvert's wet dream /
antisocial scene. That's right.
Yes, the antisocial scene. Yes. But Benjamin responds to Ravelox with, "Thanks for the reply. In January, someone posted that he was intending to come back and build. He has yet to come back and build. If he is only in a consultation position and is not logged in since July of last year, please understand how disappointed we all are that we are all very busy living our peasant lives, and we have time to log in regularly. We also know how many projects have been started while they do not work on this game. Garriott's commitment of seeing this through seems quite tenuous. What you should point out the owner of Shroud of the Avatar Catnip Games for someone that's really got issues. Yeah,
that comes.
Yes. We also hope that he would mention this game a little more in his social, which really doesn't seem like he has the commitments he once used to. In 2016, he mentioned Trump 10 times more than Soda on Twitter. Please hold him to account about this. Steam numbers are not the end all, but it is a function of his lack of commitment and interest in promoting the game. Thank you for the reply. Oh, and you linked to Richard's abandoned Facebook page. Shroud of the Rav responding with, Facebook auto-populates the link. I believe Richard is more active on Blue Sky or X now, as he has been forever. Indeed. I haven't seen him and log into the game since last July and never see him on the forums. Enjoy the rest of your night. Understandable about the perception. Richard's recent comments online refer to a larger possible development that only he can speak to, but it is not related to Soda. Would that be his possible acquisition of the Origin or Ultima name, which will never be released?
I could have sworn he actually said that he wanted to come back and add more stuff to Shroud at one point, which came directly from him, as I remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Probably on X, and you would have to screenshot it.
It was absolutely on X.
Yeah, unless you're logged in, you can't see anything other than one individual tweet that you provide a link to. His involvement on our project is noted above. We consult with him on the lore and story structure to ensure we do not veer too far away from the roots of the Ultima universe. Yeah, Rav, you're doing a fantastic job. So many other possible developments, and I'm sure there will be a number more. Was Soda his idea in the beginning, I wonder? Something seems odd about him not being around pushing for its success. Him talking about Soda on his socials would do a lot. It's just like he doesn't want to. Dude, he abandoned Shroud. He sold the game and intellectual property to Chris Spears. After that, his contractual obligation was maybe once, twice, 3 times a year appearance.
I don't even
he
think
sold
he's
that
got
baby.
That.
Yeah, he sold that baby a long time ago. I always thought holding a new election in games to replace him as king. It seems very applicable these days. A champion who will fight for the realm. Why do you think there's Castle Atos on the map?
Because somebody's got
yeah,
castle envy.
Yeah, someone had serious castle envy. And Goat Soda,
and
it needs
election,
game balance.
King, what? Yeah,
King
that's
election, yes.
Oxymoron. I got you, Rustic. Absolutely, yeah.
Hey, man, we live.
You mean overthrow the king? Overthrow.
Yes. We need to depose him. It needs game balance, skills, crafting. It's been a year and no new info. Time is running out. Months, years, and the update is still not coming. It's very sad. Dude, hey, we've got one more in-house meeting before we get the Shroud of the Avatar 2024 roadmap. Well, just one more in-house meeting. They're just finalizing a few things, and then we'll have the 2024 roadmap. Please sign up for the monthly newsletter on our main webpage. There was a 4.5-hour deep dive live stream on Friday on our Twitch channel the day after release 136.
There was a 4.5-hour live stream. I don't know if I would call it a deep dive.
No. And thanks to login window, I can't read Davis Morris's comment, so you'll have to read that one.
Has episode 3 started yet? Why can't you read that?
The login or sign up to Facebook to connect with friends, family, and people you know.
Well, you can't keep scrolling?
Splashed on... No.
Okay, so after that is yet another comment, which says...
okay.
After a long delay, really long, we are now working to complete episode 2 quest line. Once that is finished, we will then start work on episode 3. Please be sure to keep an eye on the monthly newsletter and release notes. Yeah, we've been doing that for 10 years now.
Hey, 6.
Well...
6 years since. When was Mistrender launched?
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, let's go see when this actually came out. The Land of Mistrender was initially, and this is thanks to, was added to Shroud of the Avatar and build 1121 in 2020, February
4 years ago.
17th. Laz, what year is this?
5 years ago. Sorry.
So 5 years we've been waiting for the completion of episode 2. 5.
Well, I'd say longer than that since we released in 18, but that's beside the point.
Yes. Well, I mean, releases were supposed to be every 12 to 18 months. Yes. The episodes. But yes, we've been waiting a long ass time there, Rav. Your schedule needs some work. It's got problems. But yes. Hey, but finally a post on the Shroud of the Avatar Facebook page on the official channel.
Yes. Now, of course, on the non-official channel.
Oh, do I now have to go find the Shroud of the Avatar? Oh, Laz, is that your car with the well pollinated?
No, his loaner was
You'll
asking me
have
if I was getting sick, and I
Yeah.
told him no. It's
Allergies, man.
allergies and pollen, and he's
Yeah.
like, "There's pollen in your house," and I'm like, "Dude, this is what happens in Florida." For those
Well,
of you,
I've got a picture of the tree bukkake on my truck.
For those of you who don't
hold on.
understand what pollen is like in Florida, this is what happens when you leave your car outside, and it's high pollen season, and that's just
Dude,
yeah.
hold on. You ready for this image?
I don't know. Am I?
It's from my phone. So, and I haven't been in Florida in years. So, it's Texas. The trees have bukkake'd all over my truck. And where's that picture at? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. There you go. Send.
Oh, well,
Send.
that stuff. Yeah, that's here.
That is pollen.
Yeah.
That is the pollen on my truck.
Not quite as bad as Florida.
Well, that was after a rainstorm.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, my truck has been covered in tree jizz.
Well, what's all the other stuff by the windshield wipers?
Yeah.
That's just tree shit.
That is the part of the pollen thing. There's also acorns. It's all from oak trees, man. Have you never seen an oak tree? Lomir, or do you not have oak trees near you?
Well, I have walnut trees near me.
Okay. Yeah, that is from an oak tree. Pine trees have long needles and also will paint your car green.
And we have some trees with berries on them around here.
Oh, yeah.
Not that really any fall on my car.
Yeah.
I'm in the right spot.
Oh, okay. So Laz, do you have a link to the community page if we're going there?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see again. This is getting really weird, but here it is. Here's the link.
The official fan page. What am I looking for?
Well, Benjamin is here again, but this wasn't the top post yesterday.
Well, the last post I actually see is from October 19th, 2023.
Yes, that's what I don't understand why that's there. So that's the one I actually wanted to reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up these comments and go start from all comments, and then you can read this because this is the top post supposedly, which is now almost 2 years old.
Yes.
And why this is the top
I,
post?
I don't know. Someone must have pinned it or something like that.
So I think
Hi,
it's
guys.
because somebody commented and it boosted it to the top.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've been a Soda player since 2019. What, Lumiere?
What?
I was going to say, by the way, the movie I was trying to think of before was Donnie Darko.
Oh.
So Johnny
Donnie Brasco.
Brasco.
Is
'Em.
45 minutes later.
Yes, yes.
While you guys are talking at that time, so yeah.
I am a subscriber, so would consider myself a loyal customer. LOL. Anyhow, I was wondering why Chris has not made an appearance or a statement since the November 22 live stream. I recall he told us he planned to be much more involved. He said he was wrapping up Iron and Magic and would be back on the Shroud team full-time-ish.
Full time.
Ish. He actually did say full-time-ish. Sadly, it appears the complete opposite has occurred. Does he still own catnip? Why does he not have time to provide his customer base with a simple update? Hello world, check-in or anything. It seems like he walked away and does not even care to make a statement. This is beyond unprofessional. As a supporter and paying customer, I feel he should at least provide the soda community with a status update of his plans for the future. Or if he decided to simply walk away and ghost us, which is what it feels like.
Ooh.
South off on life. But what the heck is up with Chris being absent for a year? Not cool, guys. With all kinds of shrugs. Man, give me 10 minutes. Where is Chris? What's going to happen? Is there any more updates? Expect no much more than expanding the world via scenes and maintenance. The optimism by developers to develop has long passed. Shame to those who quit when they promised otherwise. David with, I would like to see another stream from Chris Spears. I would even pop into the game and to say hi. I'm still waiting for a stream. Garrett stays on topic. If it's not his birthday, don't like our chances. Wait, you still play the game? Yes, now and then. Ask Garrett or Chris the same question. Garrett logs once or twice a year at the current rates. And I've not played for a few years. Just let Maxine stream for you, Chris. She always stole the show anyways.
Amen.
It doesn't matter. And that was a year ago. I have been away while is Richard and Star still involved at all? And that's the last one that I can read.
And then any
So you have
Unity
to read the others.
updates in our future? How about sell what's left of this game to a dev who actually cares and doesn't abandon his customers? From Jacko
Has
Johnson.
a plan and has some follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do the things you say you're going to do, people.
You know, it is what it is.
I mean, how many years ago were we promised server upgrades? Yeah, we're still waiting on RAM.
Several.
Oh, I mean, what about the map server? What about flexible placement, horses that can actually do things?
Remember, we can climb ladders with horses, but we can't open containers or gates or doors. Yes, because Shroud logic.
Shroud logic.
Beautiful, wonderful Shroud logic.
Yes. Oh, and dev streams, the monthly dev stream has dropped from the hundreds to or 130 something that it used to be after Chris abandoned shop to 75, and so more than likely 50 something. Yeah. Hey, Laz, how do we stream so frequently about Shroud? I mean, that's a Herculean task that we have to do
I tell you
Monday
what,
through Friday, isn't it?
1 hour a day, 5 days a week for over 10 years. It wobbles the mind, I tell you, because it's so hard to actually sit in the chair, click a button, and sit here and talk about the game for an
And
hour a day. A day.
I mean, this stuff
Every
is
day. 5
extremely
days a
difficult.
week.
Yes. And yes, it can be extremely difficult to read chat at the same time and answer questions. But remember, Rav doesn't even do that. He has Alley Oop filter all that stuff for him.
Yeah, we managed to
And
do that ourselves. We can actually read our own chats, reply to chats,
yes,
answer you in real time. We don't need a bot to field the questions when you guys ask the questions. We're just sitting here looking at them and we go, oh. And if not, you know what
Yeah.
we can do? We can just scroll up because it's not too tough.
Oh man.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think actually I gotta put it one thing is I don't think that they're as tech savvy as they can be because how many different chats can you look at right now? I can look at least 2 different chats on my stream and then of course one of yours right now just because.
Well, I will actually bring up my chatty window so that way everybody can actually see the way that I've actually got it set up.
Yeah, I can't do that
So
because
I've got
it's
my
on another
channel, you
machine.
got Laz's, yours on a different computer completely.
Yes.
But if I wanted to, I could actually add more channels to where I could be looking at several different channels, chat windows
Well, let's
at
see.
the same time.
Can I screenshot this? I think I can screenshot it. And-
Here,
yeah.
Laz, I'll just send you mine.
Well-
that way it's a little easier.
I'm going to screenshot mine so that they see what I
Yeah.
see. Yeah. This way they can actually see and I can show them that, we have, I'll pull this over here. And what you guys, we use an external program, whereas
Yes.
my chat is on top for me and then Jack's chat is on the bottom. So I can see what's happening in both chat rooms simultaneously and we can see what's being commented. So when somebody says something in one stream, Jack answers a lot of times stuff that's asked in mine and I answer stuff that's asked in his. And, because we can actually see, what's being said.
And I actually do have windows laid out to where I have different things. My main monitor is where I have to tab between slobs and the game to switch the active window. My right monitor, I provided a screenshot so that way Laz can actually see what it actually looks like. Where I've got, and I will open this link so that way everybody can see this. This is what my monitor actual layout actually looks like with browser window top left, Discord below that, Slobs or Streamlabs chat bot above that, and then Chatty for chat. So I've got the giveaway, I've got that, and then my monitor way over here just has MooBot, the Streamlabs stuff. I could put more things over there because that window is relatively open right now because that's what it looks like. Here. Let me.
I would
that
actually
screenshot
have
in
to.
there.
Yeah. You got me here. Yeah. See, I couldn't even begin to show all that stuff because, like,
you've got it on multiple computers, whereas I have everything on one.
So I'm just going to describe my layout over here. I have Streamlabs, Chatbot, and Chatty, plus I have my surveillance system on this computer. On this monitor, which is on the main computer, which is 3 monitors, I have Slobs, our streaming program.
Yeah.
I have Zoom, which is open behind this, so you can't even see the Zoom windows. It's behind that window. On this monitor, I have the game and all sorts of other stuff and stuff that I prep to go into the news window, which is what this window is. This is the news window. And of course, I keep Discord over here. Excuse me. Which I can just switch between the game and Discord when I need to do that. Over here is the news window. So I have several different tabs open, which allow me to look at stuff and go, what am I looking at? Which tabs do I want open? What am I, and, again, I have a whole nother topic that was started that was from the Shroud of the Avatar Discord. Noob Skyblabber, thank you for the sub for 1 month on a 14-month in advance. And you know what? We were supposed to start today with a game of marbles today, which I forgot. And Noob has just done that, so should I
Maybe
just do
tomorrow.
a giveaway, or should we just go ahead and do 2 games of marbles tomorrow and remember to do that with 2 for Tuesday, because we are out of time
Tomorrow.
for today.
Yeah. Morgan going to be getting a streamer bundle for me while you're waiting on that decision, and my Steam key going to be going to dun 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 Morgan again, the big winner on my stream.
All right, so let me pull my final giveaways.
Getting a copy of Lords of Exile, which is $6.74.
Noob Skyblabber is going to get my streamer bundle. Congratulations, Noob.
Yes.
And my winner of my Steam key is going to be Lomir. Lomir, you've got a copy of Atmosphere if you want it. Atmosphere. And Atmosphere is...
And I do have to get to work because call's about to begin.
Okay, so we're going to wave goodbye to Jack real quick as we disconnect him.
Bye-bye.
And Atmosphere
Boot
on
my ass out of
Steam.
Discord.
Yeah, well, I had to do that. So I don't have double me.
Is it just called that?
Atmosphere. It's, hang on, let me spell it for you. ATMA. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. And Atmosphere on Steam looks like it's $3.99. You want it, or do you want me to give it to somebody else?
I'll pass.
Okay, so the next winner is going to be Jigoku. Jigoku is going to get that copy of Atmosphere. And of course, we've got to get out of here. We'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Until then, I'm Laz. Jack had to leave. That's Lomir.
I'm Lomir.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you all tomorrow.